Let us say you are living within an unhappy marriage. You are married for 10 years and have decided you need someone to listen to you. You and your spouse have participated in multiple counseling sessions without any long-term success. Later, you discover your spouse is having an affair with a friend of yours. This affair is about a year old, so you decide it is time to divorce your spouse. Because your spouse has an ally, she files for a protective order to have you removed. You file for divorce, keep most of the property, and cause the adulterous spouse to start their life over. Who is the victim in this situation? Would it matter to you if you knew the gender of each spouse? Would it matter if you knew the gender of the spouse that cheated? Would you accept these facts as presented, or would you believe there is more to this situation? Merriam-Webster describes a victim as one that is acted on and usually adversely affected by a force or agent, like schools being victims of the social system. One that is injured, destroyed, or sacrificed under any of various conditions, such as a victim of cancer, a victim of an auto crash, or a murder victim. One that is subjected to oppression, hardship, or mistreatment, a frequent victim of political attacks. One that is tricked or duped, a conman's victim. And lastly, a living being sacrificed to a deity or in the performance of a religious rite. According to the definition of a victim, determining the actual victim depends on your point of view. Some would say one spouse made the other unhappy. Therefore, the adulterous spouse is the victim of unhappiness. Some would say the adulterous spouse caused the other spouse pain, and there the other spouse is the victim. Maybe there are multiple victims. Why so much confusion? These varying points of view of who is the victim leads to something called victimization techniques, or trying to play the victim to create a sympathy party of friends. Why? When a person receives victim understanding and treatment they receive, understanding from family and friends, support from friends and the community, support from your church, and support from local law enforcement agencies. What if the person playing the victim is actually the aggressive person causing the negative situations? They destroy the intended person and gain sympathy from family, friends, church, and even law enforcement agencies. Let me give you an example. Brad and Jessica have been married for many years now. Jessica is unhappy and wants out of the marriage. However, she cannot quickly leave due to financial reasons. Jessica lays the foundation of negativity by telling a few close friends she is unhappy. She says she is stressed and trying to hang on, but she believes Brad won't take a divorce well. Her friends are worried about her. Brad learns Jessica is having an affair, asks her to leave, and he files for divorce. Jessica, with the support of her friends, files for an order of protection with made-up allegations of abuse. Jessica admits she was hiding emotional abuse for years. Brad filed for divorce due to the affair of his wife. Jessica wins the home, Brad has to move out, and there is no spousal, custody, or any maintenance. Brad must bear the cost of a newly furnished home. What just happened? Something that happens to Americans every day. The aggressor, the adulterous spouse, went to work to protect their dark secret by lying and destroying the victim of the affair. The adulterous spouse achieved this by manipulating people to believe they are the victim, while convincing the same people the original victim, the hurt spouse, is the aggressor. How did this happen? 1. Manipulation. 2. Victimization. 3. Lying. And 4. Using the law. Manipulation is a type of social influence that aims to change the behavior or perception of others through indirect, deceptive, or underhanded tactics. The adulterous spouse secretly turned people against the other spouse for years by injecting negative information about the other spouse and convincing them not to mention it. Victimization is the action of singling someone out for cruel or unjust treatment. When you combine victimization with manipulation, it is the act of convincing those around you and others that you are the victim. While the adulterous spouse turned folks against the other spouse, they cried and gained sympathy by causing others to believe they are a victim. Lying is the act of transmitting information to others that is not the complete or entire truth. The lie is the tool used to upset the receiver that further turns them against the other spouse. Usually, the manipulator tells information that is against their set of values. The receiver becomes angry and further manipulates them against the innocent spouse. Lastly, the newly angry and manipulated people assist the lying, manipulating spouse with legal assistance, aid, and all sorts of help because they believe the spouse is a friend, would never lie, and they feel sorry for them. How to defend yourself against lying cohesion? First, recognize the signs of an affair early, and try not to react to them. Smile around your, not so friendly friends while you secretly collect evidence. It's really vital to make the manipulating spouse believe they are winning. Remember, their purpose in all this lying is to protect the affair and ensure no one ever finds out. If they are exposed, the manipulative power over others will fail. Collect your evidence, photos, hidden cameras, GPS tracking, phone logs, and so on, and keep it for safekeeping. Wait for a safe moment to have a discussion with your spouse that prevents a violent situation. When you reveal what you know, make them believe you found out recently. Do not reveal all of your evidence. Show as little as possible. When you notice your friends are turning a blind eye towards you because of the manipulative lies, show them the proof. Once you expose your lying spouse, they may open up about the lies they were told about you. Note, some may not, and that's okay. They aren't your friends and probably never will be. Everything will unravel. Evidence is the only tool that will change people's minds. Once people see they were lied to, they will open up about everything. Heck, they will be willing to help you in the future. Live life, enjoy yourself.